How how often do you go backpacking, or how many trips have you gone on? I guess.
I don't think I could count how many I've been on.
Okay.
However, I try to go 2 or 3 times a season, like a year. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
That's good. What's the difference between backpacking and camping?
So, camping or car camping is when you drive to your destination and then set up camp there. And backpacking is when you carry everything and you walk to your destination or hike. Maybe some people run, but that's really intense.
Okay. What are some basic supplies that you would take backpacking?
Sure. I would say some essentials are a first aid kit in case things go wrong. You want navigation is really important, such as a topographical map, a compass, or GPS. Insulation for warmth in case you end up out there longer than you expected. You'll want extra food, more than you anticipate, pack for a day's extra. And then you want somewhere to store your food, like a bear can, enough hydration, also more than you need, a water filter, things like that.
Okay. When you start a campfire, what are some tips or tricks you have?
Starting a campfire. So when I have my camping stove with me, I kind of cheat and use the gas to light my stove, which has like a little button that you push to light it, and then you can put a stick in there and then put that in your campfire. But if you've got good old matches, you just want to find some really dry kindling. It could be leaves, pine needles, really dry stuff, and then the matches, you'll light that, slowly add bigger things that'll burn.
Okay. You mentioned water as one of your essential supplies. How much would you bring when going, like, on your beginning days?
So I like to carry at least 40 ounces with me about. And for reference, this is a Nalgene. This is 32 ounces, so I would have this and then another one, or I have a big one that's 40. Or I sometimes pack like a bladder that's like a sack that fits in my backpack, and that's 2 liters of water, because it's really important to stay hydrated when you're in the mountains, often like a dry climate. But you always have a water filter, so you can, it depends on how long you're going to be hiking that day and where the next available water source is where you can filter some clean water. But usually 2 liters lasts me a day if I'm drinking a lot.
Okay. What do you eat while backpacking?
Well, that also depends on how long the trip is.
Yeah.
So if it's less than 3 days, I like to pack fresh foods with me: tortillas, bread, apples, bananas, carrots and beans and onions. If it's longer than that, then I might throw in a dehydrated meal that you just add boiling water to. Some of those are actually really good. So all sorts of things. And contrary to popular belief, you can actually have some really delicious meals backpacking.